While you were checking your portfolio this morning, IBM's quantum computer just solved a problem in 200 seconds that would take the world's fastest supercomputer 10,000 years. And that's about to change everything. I'm Dataman, and today we're diving into the quantum revolution that's about to reshape entire industries and create trillion-dollar market shifts. Stay with me, this is data that literally moves markets. Forget everything you think you know about computing power. We're not talking about faster processors or more RAM. Quantum computing isn't evolution, it's revolution. And the early movers? They're about to leave everyone else in the digital dust. The question isn't whether quantum computing will transform business, it's whether your company will survive the transformation. Let's break down the numbers that are keeping CEOs awake at night. First, let's kill the hype. Quantum computers won't replace your laptop. They're not just faster computers. They're fundamentally different machines that exploit the weird rules of quantum mechanics. While your computer processes information in a linear sequence of zeros and ones, quantum computers use qubits that can exist in multiple states simultaneously. It's like having a coin that's both heads and tails until you look at it. Here's where it gets crazy. Add 1 qubit, double your computational power. We went from 5 qubits in 2016 to over 1,000 qubits in 2023. That's not linear growth. That's exponential disruption. But here's the reality check. Current quantum computers are like the first computers from the 1940s, room-sized, error-prone, and requiring extreme conditions. IBM's quantum computer operates at 15 millikelvin, that's colder than outer space. Yet something changed in 2019. Error rates plummeted, stability improved, and suddenly, quantum advantage, where quantum computers outperform classical ones on real problems, became reality, not theory. Let's talk about who gets disrupted first. In pharmaceuticals, drug discovery currently takes 15 years and costs $2.6 billion per successful drug. Why? Because we can't accurately simulate molecular interactions. Quantum computers don't just calculate molecular behavior, they are molecular behavior. Roche is already using quantum algorithms to accelerate drug discovery. Early results suggest they could cut development time by 30 to 50%. That's potentially $740 billion in market acceleration. But here's the kicker. First to market in pharmaceuticals often means winner takes all. In finance, we're looking at algorithmic trading on steroids. Current trading algorithms analyze thousands of variables. Quantum computers could analyze millions simultaneously, detecting market patterns invisible to classical analysis. Goldman Sachs estimates quantum computing could provide a 10 to 40% improvement in portfolio optimization. In a $100 trillion global asset management industry, that's $10, $40 trillion in additional value optimization. Then there's logistics, the $4.6 trillion industry built on optimization problems. FedEx routes 15 million packages daily across 220 countries. Current systems find good enough solutions. Quantum computers find optimal solutions. DHL's early quantum experiments showed 20% improvement in route optimization. Scale that globally, and you're looking at hundreds of billions in cost savings and efficiency gains. Here's where it gets interesting for investors. Quantum advantage isn't binary, it's graduated, and first movers are positioning themselves for exponential returns. Google invested $3 billion in quantum research. IBM, $1 billion. Microsoft, $1 billion. These aren't R&D projects, these are strategic bets on technological supremacy. The quantum computing market was valued at $1.3 billion in 2022. Projections show $5.3 billion by 2028. But here's what most analysts miss. This isn't just about quantum computing companies, it's about every company that uses optimization, simulation, or complex analysis. That's everyone. And the competitive advantage goes to whoever adopts quantum solutions first. But there's a darker side. Current encryption, the foundation of digital security, relies on mathematical problems that take classical computers thousands of years to solve. Quantum computers could crack them in hours. The NSA calls it Y2Q years to quantum. When quantum computers can break current encryption, every digital transaction, every secure communication, every protected database becomes vulnerable. The cybersecurity market will need complete reinvention. Post-quantum cryptography isn't coming, it's here. NIST just released quantum-resistant standards. The race to upgrade global security infrastructure has begun. Let's zoom out to the macro picture. McKinsey estimates quantum computing could generate $850 billion in annual value by 2040. But that's just direct quantum applications. The secondary effects are where the real disruption happens. When drug discovery accelerates, healthcare costs shift. When logistics optimize, global trade patterns change. When financial modeling improves, market dynamics evolve. The job market impact is already visible. Quantum software engineer salaries start at $150,000. IBM trained 140,000 people in quantum skills in 2023. Universities are scrambling to create quantum curriculum. Geopolitically, quantum computing is the new space race. China invested $15 billion in quantum research. The EU, $7 billion. The US, $1.2 billion in the National Quantum Initiative. Quantum supremacy isn't just technological, it's economic and strategic. The countries and companies that lead in quantum will dominate the next century of innovation. So what does this mean for your business, your investments, your career? First, quantum literacy becomes essential. You don't need to understand quantum mechanics, but you need to understand quantum implications. Start with these questions. What optimization problems slow your operations? What simulations limit your R&D? What data analysis could transform your decision-making? The good news? You don't need to buy a quantum computer. Amazon Break It, IBM Quantum Network, Google Quantum AI Quantum Computing is becoming a cloud service. Small companies can access quantum power without quantum budgets. For investors, look beyond pure-play quantum stocks. Look for companies solving quantum-relevant problems, optimization software, quantum-safe cybersecurity, simulation platforms. These are the picks and shovels of the quantum gold rush. Most experts agree, quantum advantage in specific applications is here now. Broader quantum utility arrives by 2030, quantum transformation of entire industries by 2035. The quantum revolution isn't coming, it's here. While others wait for quantum computers to get better, the smart money is positioning for quantum advantage now. Remember, every transformative technology looks impossible until it's inevitable. The internet, smartphones, artificial intelligence, they all follow the same pattern. Quantum computing is next. Don't let quantum disruption catch you off guard. Subscribe to Data Focus for more market-moving insights. Check out our quantum computing resource guide in the description. And remember, in the quantum future the only constant is superposition. The data doesn't lie. Quantum computing will reshape entire economies. The question is,